We're waiting in the wings. Hazal Gwangju of Turkey, or number 16 behind Pratika Pradeep of India, the 16-year-old. Well, out they come for this round of 16 match on target number 1 on the right-hand side. Hazal Gwangju of Turkey on number 16, going up against the youngest member of the round of 16, Pratika Pradeep of India.
On target number 1, representing Turkey, Hazal Gwangju. And her opponent, on target number 2, representing India, Pratika Pradeep. The line judge for this match is Christina Teflidu.
So India versus Turkey. Hazal Gwangju, just 20 years old, world number 16, was the 2023 World Youth Individual Silver Medalist. Pratika Pradeep from India, just 16 years old, was the 2025 World Youth Individual Silver Medalist, taking that title, or that silver medal this year, 2 years after Gwangju did the same thing. At just 16 years old, world number 147, the Indian athlete is the youngest in the lineup. Youthful optimism, perhaps? Nothing to lose, no fear? Who knows? Hazal Gwangju, just 20 though. She's a spring chicken too. It will be Gwangju of Turkey to shoot first.
Nine. Ten.
Good start there by Pradeep, capitalizing on that first 9.
10.
Couple clicks on the side there, not quite happy with her aiming point.
Nine.
Well, as you can see from the Turkey coach and some of the crowd in the wider shots, the rain has just started to fall a little bit here again in Gwangju. It's not been able to make up its mind, the weather today. 29 for Gwangju, all to the right.
Bit of a smirk there after that shot. I was looking at her back elbow wobbling up and down.
10.
All square after the first end. And, interesting to see that Pratika Pradeep showing very little emotion. The air blaster being used to clear water off the site, because the water going through the droplets, or the light going through the droplets of water, can affect the view the athletes have.
Yeah, so on compound, you can actually use a magnified scope, and if you get water droplets on there, it will distort the image as you're trying to look through it.
And we look at the Indians do the same thing, and this is the 16-year-old. Finger release for Pratika Pradeep. She does look pretty solid. The compound division in India, particularly for the women, has started to get pretty solid, and having a 16-year-old amongst the top 16 in the world here is perhaps not the surprise it might have been 5 or 10 years ago.
No, just like the men yesterday, they made 3 into the top 8. We've got 3 of the Indian women in the top 16 now. They are really asserting their dominance on the world stage.
All square, 29 apiece. Hazal Gwangju of Turkey to shoot first.
9.
Another 9 just in the same spot out to the right.
Little bit of movement.
Burun here will be looking to stay long through that shot. There we go. I think in the last shot, she pulled her elbow really hard behind her head, which maybe twisted her body just a fraction of a degree. That's another 9.
Yeah, a little bit of a quicker shot there. So 29 again for Burun. It's just coming from behind the athletes now. It's just changed direction. And that's drifted out to the left for a 28. And now we see a points difference. Burun leading by 58 points to 57. Just waiting for that final arrow to come in. There it is. And a 1 point difference. Looking at
That is the first arrow on the right-hand side of that target face. It's been all left so far, whereas Burun here has been all on the right-hand side.
10.
She wasn't happy with that.
Well, here is the release for Hazal Burun. Different kind of release for her. But it's working out well. And it's not right or wrong with archery, it's what's right for you that you should stick with.
10.
You really need to find what's comfortable for your shooting style, whether it be a back tension, whether it be a trigger or a wrist release like this.
Well, the first perfect 30, and Hazal Burun looking very confident indeed. A 29 from Pradeep, but the Turkiya athlete has managed a first perfect and opened up a little bit of a gap now. 2 points clear. Now, what is the risk of using a trigger, Taylor? Because we've seen the different release aids the athletes are using.
Sometimes with a trigger, if you're a little bit too tight in your hand, the tension will put your thumb on the post, or on the trigger, sorry, a little bit quicker than normal, and will send it off before you're ready to actually shoot. So it's about keeping your body relaxed, your hands relaxed, and in that neutral, calm position. Because when you start putting a lot of pressure on yourself to shoot more and more 10s, tension creeps in, the body gets tight, and then you can start making mistakes earlier than you expect.
Group size of 5.7 centimetres. That last arrow just going a little high compared to the other two, making the group size a little bit bigger. So 2 behind Pradeep to shoot first in end number 4.
10. 10.
2 10s here to start this fourth end.
9.
Still veering left, and that one's gone about as wide as any of our arrows so far.
10.
Looks close here. I would provisionally call that in, but we'll go in for a measure.
9.
Another 28. I wonder if that's going to start playing on the mind of the 16-year-old Indian.
9.
29, still one better, so it builds the lead. She was on for a second perfect, but Hazal Gwangju extends her lead through the fourth end. She's on 118 compared to 114. That is provisional because they're going to check that second arrow. When we look at the flare with which Hazal Gwangju draws her arrow from its quiver. And there was that tension you were talking about at the back, so you've got to keep your hand relaxed in that position.
Yeah, so the beauty of a wrist release here is you can release a lot of that tension in the hand that you would normally use to hold on to your release aid. And you can use a lot more of that back tension, getting the strength into the shoulders more, rather than more of the grip of holding onto it, and just using the index finger there to release it.
Well, it's working out for her. She's 3 up with one end to play. She doesn't look like she's going anywhere near 27, but that would be the route for Pradeep to get through. 3 10s from her, 3 9s from Hazal Gwangju, and we'd have a shoot-off.
Ten. 10.
Every arrow counts now. The 10s releasing tension for Hazal Gwangju.
10. 10.
Both of these athletes here keeping their direction, keeping nice and long through their shots.
So again, that consistency, 28, 29, 28, 29, 28, 29 for Pradeep. The win is in the hands of Hazal Gwangju. She drops it into the 9, but it matters not. A 146 is more than enough for the athlete from Turkey to make it through. She beats Pradeep 146 to 143. Gwangju through to the compound women's quarterfinals here at Gwangju 2025. 16-year-old making it here. Great experience for her. TV cameras on her, perhaps for only the second time in her career after taking a silver medal at the World Youth Championships in Winnipeg, Canada, just a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, in fact. But Hazal Gwangju, let's talk about her. How good is she? What are her chances?
Everybody's got just as much chance as each other. She shot really well. A lot of grace and a lot of poise for the 20-year-old here as well. Still very young on the circuit. Keeping control of her shooting.
She seemed calm. She seemed like she wasn't being consumed by the pressure.
No, I think she held herself together really well out there.
But on the skin, sometimes when you go up against a 16-year-old, you're kind of expected to win, right?
A little bit, but at this type of competition here, excuse me, Pradeep here, coming